Everyone has problems, but have you ever noticed how sometimes we make them seem much bigger than they really are? Lucy went through situations that would make anyone give up: violence at home, bullying at school, fake friends, and even heartbreaks caused by betrayal. Yet, she refused to be defeated. Now think, if she managed to turn so much pain into strength, could it be that we're wasting too much energy on small worries when all we might need is a change in attitude? The stories you're about to hear aren't made up, they're based on real research and true events. And today, I'll show you 9 practices inspired by Lucy's life that can transform the way you face any challenge. Imagine growing up in a home filled with shouting, humiliation, and broken promises, and still having to endure the cruel weight of bullying, dishonesty, and betrayal from those who were supposed to stand by you. That was the reality of a girl who had every reason to quit, but chose to fight instead. Today, you'll discover how she turned pain into power, and became a shining example of resilience that can inspire the world. We all face difficulties, but have you ever considered that their weight often comes from how we choose to see them? The problem itself might be big or small, but it's our interpretation that decides whether it becomes a barrier or an opportunity for growth. That's why I invite you to stay until the end of this video. Just a few minutes that might be exactly what you need to hear to change the way you see and deal with your problems. This channel is new, help us grow on YouTube, subscribe so you don't miss the upcoming videos, each one a true life lesson. Lucy was the daughter of an alcoholic father and a mother trapped in an abusive relationship. What should have been a home felt like a prison. She grew up believing silence was survival. But when she sought refuge at school, she realized peace wasn't there either. Classmates mocked her simple clothes, laughed at her grades, and gave her cruel nicknames. Amidst malicious laughter and whispers, Lucy quickly learned the world didn't offer helping hands, it offered shoves. In high school, she finally believed she had found true friendship. A group of girls included her in conversations and seemed to genuinely listen. She felt welcomed. But the feeling didn't last. One day, she discovered it was all a lie. They were using her as a joke on social media. Cruel comments about her appearance and family were posted for everyone to see. The betrayal was so deep that she spent sleepless nights wondering if she would ever truly belong. To make things worse, when she started dating in her final year of school, she thought she'd finally found support. But instead of protecting her, her boyfriend became another source of pain. He cheated with a girl from the basketball team and spread her private secrets as a way to humiliate her. Lucy felt her world collapse. It was as if every person she trusted had turned into a weapon against her. And in just a moment, you'll discover the 9 practices that kept this fighter standing, secrets that could completely transform how you face your own struggles. Between pain at home, constant bullying, and betrayal, she considered quitting sports, school, and even giving up on herself. For weeks, she skipped practices and withdrew from the few people who still supported her. She was on the verge of losing the last shred of hope. But it was at that breaking point that she discovered a hidden strength. Looking in the mirror, seeing her own tears, she said to herself, "If I quit now, I let them all win. But if I keep going, I'll prove that nothing can stop me." Lucy returned to the court with a determination no one expected. She trained alone for hours, even when her body begged for rest. Basketball was no longer just a game, it was her way of shouting to the world that she was still standing. She began to stand out, not just for physical strength, but for something rare: resilience. Every loss became a lesson, every humiliation, fuel. Over time, she became team captain. Many of the same people who once mocked her were now applauding her. But she didn't let pride take over. Instead of paying back the cruelty, she reached out to more vulnerable classmates, teaching them that winning doesn't mean stepping on others, but lifting up those who've fallen. Her persistence caught the attention of a university, and she earned a scholarship. But more importantly, she gained the realization that her worth didn't depend on the approval of fake friends or betraying relationships. During an interview, Lucy surprised everyone when she said, "I was a victim of alcohol at home, bullying at school, betrayal in love, and the dishonesty of those who pretended to be my friends. But none of that defeated me. I used every wound as a step upward. And if I could do it, anyone can." Her words echoed like a cry of freedom. She became a symbol not only of triumph in sports, but of mental strength, resilience, and hope. She proved that it's not the blows that define a person, but the ability to rise after them. Her journey shows that even when everything seems to work against us, we can still choose to keep going. The lesson is clear: betrayals can hurt, bullying can wound, dishonesty can confuse, but nothing can defeat someone who decides to stay strong. Lucy didn't just survive, she turned her pain into power. And perhaps, by hearing her story, you'll realize that every wound in your life might actually be proof that you still have the strength to overcome. Because in the end, true champions aren't those who never fall, but those who rise every single time. Now, let's explore together the 9 practices Lucy applied in her life, and the last one, often forgotten, might be the secret to overcoming any challenge and starting over at any stage of life. 1. Turning pain into fuel. Have you ever considered using your pain as energy to change your life? Lucy discovered that even surrounded by humiliation, she could decide what to do with her wounds. Instead of letting them trap her mind, she turned every tear into motivation, to train harder, believe more, and never give up. That's resilience, using falls as steps to climb higher. She proved pain doesn't have to be a prison, it can be fuel. And you, could the pain weighing you down today actually be the force that propels you forward tomorrow? 2. Determination in the face of humiliation. What is currently testing your willpower? Bullying and betrayal tried to destroy her confidence, but she refused to hand over her identity to those who wanted to see her broken. Determination is this: moving forward even when exhausted, even with tears in your eyes. Lucy chose to keep going when everyone expected her to quit. That decision turned weakness into victory. Isn't it time for you to face your own challenges with the same determination that kept Lucy standing? 3. The courage to start over. Have you ever had to get back up when every part of you wanted to give up? She fell many times, into lies, betrayals, mockery. But each time the world tried to erase her, she began again. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's choosing to act despite it. Lucy showed us that winners aren't those who never fall, but those who keep starting over until they win. So I ask you, which area of your life is calling for the courage to begin again? 4. Faith in better days. What keeps your hope alive when everything seems lost? Lucy believed her pain wouldn't last forever. Her faith was what held her up when no one else was around. That belief allowed her to endure hardship without losing sight of a brighter tomorrow. Faith was the bridge connecting her pain to her victory. And you, where are you placing your faith? Have you realized that believing is the first step toward changing your future? 5. A positive mindset amid negativity. How do you speak to yourself, with words that heal or words that hurt? Lucy could have repeated the same criticism she heard from others, but she chose to feed her mind with positive thoughts. A positive mindset didn't erase her problems, but it gave her strength to face them head-on. When she began to believe in her own worth, her actions started reflecting that new vision. Are you ready to replace thoughts that bring you down with inner words that lift you up, just like Lucy did? 6. Resilience against dishonesty. How many times have you been let down by people who pretended to be your friends? Lucy suffered from cruel dishonesty, but she didn't let it erase who she truly was. Her resilience was staying authentic, refusing to become bitter. She learned that other people's lies don't change the truth of who we are. Remaining true to herself was her greatest act of strength. Are you letting others' dishonesty imprison you, or have you decided, like Lucy, to move forward without carrying that weight? 7. Determination to build your own future ***. What dream have you been postponing because you believe it's too hard? Lucy didn't earn her scholarship by luck, but through daily determination. She trained when no one was watching, without waiting for applause or recognition. Determination is this, planting seeds even when it seems nothing will grow. It was this mindset that opened doors and transformed her destiny. So, what determined step can you take today to move closer to the future you want? 8. The victory of courage and faith combined ***. What fall still hurts you the most? Lucy didn't win because she never suffered. She won because she had the courage to face her fears and the faith to believe in better days. When she combined these two pillars with a positive mindset, her life changed. Her scars became invisible medals, proof that pain can be transformed into light. And you, could it be time to use courage and faith to turn your deepest pain into your greatest victory? 9. The transformative power of gratitude in difficult times ***. Have you ever experienced the transformative power of gratitude on hard days? Lucy learned that even amid loss, betrayal, and dishonesty, there was always something to be grateful for. Gratitude doesn't erase pain, but it lights the path forward. By being thankful for small victories, like being able to return to practice or receiving a word of encouragement, she kept her spirit strong. This attitude fueled her willpower and renewed her energy to keep going. Gratitude became the lens that helped her see how every difficulty also carried a hidden opportunity. Backhand index pointing right in you. Could it be time to practice more gratitude, shift your perspective, and realize how many reasons you already have to keep standing strong? 5 phrases to reflect on gratitude ***. 1. Gratitude turns what we have into enough, and what we are into abundance. 2. When we are grateful for the little things, we make room for the big ones. 3. Gratitude doesn't change the past, but it completely transforms the present. 4. Thanking daily is watering your mind with hope and strength. 5. Gratitude is the invisible fuel of resilience and joy. These practices are scientifically supported, confirmed by a study published in Frontiers in Psychology, 2015. If you've made it this far, congratulations. That shows you're committed to learning from this story, a woman who faced bullying, dishonesty, betrayal, and deep pain, yet used resilience and courage to turn every scar into strength. Throughout this journey, we've seen simple but powerful lessons: accepting pain without surrendering to it, managing emotions in the midst of chaos, valuing simple moments, living without regrets, and transforming tragedies into wisdom. This channel is new, created to inspire you to find balance, courage, and self-awareness so you can live your best years with joy. Subscribe, share, and stay with us on this journey. Our stories are based on real events.